Alrighty, welcome to a 4-on-4 cube draft. We've got some great news today. Number one, I've opened Black Lotus. You love to see it. Number two, Hounce on our team. We actually get to be on the same team as Paul, which is good for our fun equity, maybe less good for our win equity. We'll see. Paul's not going to watch this, right? No, but I am really happy to be teaming with Paul. It's actually myself, Talisker, Paul, and Sandy Dog. So three of my favorite people from the server, honestly. I love Talisker and Sandy, and of course, Chion is my boy. Battling, though, against Troll Ascetic, Dan, Mac, and Updraft Elemental, a worthy squad. Troll Ascetic and Mac are two of the most skilled players in the server, and Dan and Updraft do plenty of drafts here. So everyone here knows what's going on. You know what I know? I know that I'm starting with Black Lotus and passing Troll, almost assuredly a memory lapse. He loves that card because he's good, and that card's good. He likes blue, but that's fine. We'll take Lotus, maybe a blue-white land wheels, but I'm not too worried. Let's see what we got second here. Okay, there's a couple different ways to go, and as always, at least recently, we'll be playing my cube here on the server and making adjustments from draft to draft here. So, like for example, Steel Overseer just got cut for Urza's Bauble. Disrupt is in the cube now. That's one blue instant. Counter target instant or sorcery unless they pay one. Draw a card. What a beating of a card. So here, honestly, Trinket Mage might be the pick just because I have Black Lotus. Adding another Black Lotus to my deck is pretty strong. Upheaval is also good. It's actually not as good with Lotus. You really want permanent mana sources like Mana Vault or Crypt that get bounced with Heaval. But it's a slightly better card than Trinket Mage. You could also argue for like Chariot or Questing Beast if you're just like Lotus one of those out, but I'm not going to do that. I don't care. I might take Trinket Mage and try to wheel Unearth because Unearth's pretty good with 3-drops. There's Trinket Mage, Nissa, Manglehorn. I'm just going to take Trinket Mage. I feel like that is actually better for me here. And then, this is pretty easy. I just followed up with a Ponder. Basically, I don't have to commit to needing big mana for Upheaval or reanimate stuff. I'm just chilling here with my Lotus, my way to get Lotus, and my way to make my deck a little bit more consistent. So note there is a Dovin's Veto and Blade Splicer Consider Resto. So blue-white might be an option. Passing Sinkhole Exhume, Goryo's Vengeance, and Blood Ties. So a lot of Reanimator stuff. Oh, there's the Urza's Bauble. So basically it's a 0-mana artifact that draws a card on the next turn, and you look at a card at random from their hand. It's kind of like Mishra's Bauble, but it's got some combos. And then Legolas's Quick Reflex is 1 mana, split second, untap a creature, and it gets hexproof, reach, and when it becomes tapped, it deals damage to its power up to 1 creature. But it has split second, so they can't respond. So beginning of combat, you're like, all right, make my Tarmogoyf into, hexproof, reach, and then when it attacks, boom, it nugs one of their creatures for 4 or 5. I'm kind of thinking just taking Tundra here. It feels like there's a good chance that I'm going to get some blue-white stuff later in the pack. And what else would I take? I could take Xander's Lounge. I could take Noble Hierarch, but I kind of like Tundra. I feel like there's a good chance we end up in this category, and having a good duel for us is nice. So we're not a Mystical Tutor deck. We could definitely be a Retrofitter Foundry deck, a Force Negation deck, or a Shelldock. I'm leaning towards Retrofitter because I have Trinket Mage. So having 2 copies of it is pretty nice. And Blue-White Artifacts is also a good place to be, though I'm going to take Misty here. Ooh, that's a late Misty. 6 pick. Must have been a pretty good pack. There's also a Thought Monitor, which would have been nice to pick up, but certainly can't take that over Misty. And we've got what's looking like a very consistent deck right now. All right, this pack, a little bit less exciting. There's Nettle Cyst, which if we end up in Artifacts, Nettle Cyst is pretty good because you play this and it's like a 4/4, right? And then if it dies, though, you can start equipping it to your Trinket Mages or tokens. I might take that over Phantasmal Image and Talisman. This is a bit of a spec. Won't always necessarily end up playing this, but I kind of feel that way about Phantasmal Image too. And Talisman is at its best if I end up in an Artifact deck. And if I end up in an Artifact deck, I think Nettle Cyst will actually be a little bit better. It's close though. A red-white Talisman is a good color of Talisman, but because Jeskai is a pretty common way to go about things when you're doing Artifact stuff. But I like where we're at for sure. All right, this is kind of interesting. I could take Agatha's Soul Cauldron here. I don't really take the card that often. There's a couple cards in this kind of deck that work really nicely with this. Walking Ballista and Urza. Well, Urza, the only problem with Urza is I have to get kind of lucky to get Urza anyway. It's a really high pick. Ballista is something I can get, and Ballista Soul Cauldron is a pretty good combo. Alternatively, I could take Oracle, but I'm really just not that into that card anymore. Benevolent Bodyguard is okay. Let's take the Soul Cauldron. Let's spec. Plus, I feel like I passed a good amount of Reanimator, and Soul Cauldron is a really good way to combat it. Oh, Celestial Colony Wield. So did Hallowed Fountain, but I already have the Tundra, so it's not even a close pick. It's also a Talisman, but now I just have white locked in. Well, the fact that both blue-white lands wield is a pretty good sign. I like where I'm at here. So all the green cards wield, and I do have Misty. There's also that Unearth, but I don't think we're there anymore. I don't think I want to Ephemerate. I might just pass Manglehorn even though it's good against me. Because I think Asika's Chariot with this Misty looks pretty nice. Chariot puts an artifact into play, plus 2 cats. It's good with Mishra's Workshop. It's just good with a lot of stuff. And then Resto, Dovin's Veto, and Consider, as well as Restless Vinestock Wield. All right, well, I like the colors I'm in for sure. What do I take here? I kind of want to just take Dovin's Veto. I think this card is pretty solid. The blue-green land is also good, but I already have a Colonnade. I don't need it quite so badly. Oh, Tarmogoyf versus Quick Reflexes. It actually looks a little more like a Quick Reflexes deck here. Just could, or a well, no, this is close. Tarmogoyf does have a lot of card types that go to the graveyard. Let's take Tarmogoyf. I don't have that many creatures. I could take Blightsteel for Tinker, but honestly, I don't even like tinkering into Blightsteel. Like, I find that to be kind of weak. So I think I would rather just take the Tarmogoyf, which has a decent chance of making it. Well, I really do like Exploration, so let's take Exploration here. And maybe I'm blue-green splashing white. The only white cards I have right now are the activation of Celestial Colony and Dovin's Veto, and that's actually fine. Obviously, if I get a bunch of white in pack 2, I can go that direction as well. But, well, I'll take a free dual land. I mean, you never know. It's a green land. I already have green. It's good with Misty, so actually let's sort it here so you can see the Misty and then the 2 lands it fetches, Tundra and Taiga. Last pick, Loam, irrelevant. All right, going into pack 2 here. Clearly hoping for like Urza or Academy, that direction. Obviously you'll take any sort of power, but also could just be like a blue-green big mana deck. Well, this pack unfortunately doesn't really deliver. Wow, this is a really bad pack. Not a single card here I'm happy about. I guess I just take Spara's Headquarters because it's a blue-green white land, but this is just a horrendous pack. Well, I mean, I open Lotus pick 1, so I guess what goes around comes around. Sometimes you open, you know, the second best card in the entire cube, and sometimes you open a pack where every card is a 5th pick. All right, well, here's the Ragavan, but there's also a Mana Vault, and this is so much of a better Mana Vault deck, and it's like passing these are both good. Plus, I do think there's a pretty good chance that Updraft is playing red, so I don't love passing the Ragavan, but Mana Vault's like a 10 out of 10 for me, and I might wheel Workshop here. I think there's a pretty good chance. This pack's pretty deep. So, even if I don't, I'm just going to take Mana Vault. Oh, there's Academy. Academy after taking Mana Vault, Retrofitter, Lotus. Yeah, we're doing it. All right. And you know this is one of those spots where Troll Aesthetic is like, well, I hope LSP's not playing Academy, because I guess I have to pass this, because this pack clearly had some good cards in it, and no, I am. There is also Thopter Foundry, but I wouldn't count on it wheeling. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's a pretty good chance it wheels, but in a team draft, I would never take it for granted. What I'm missing here is a draw 7 would be pretty nice. Obviously, as many artifacts as I can get would be nice. And, I mean, at this point, Displacer-Kin would be kind of nice. Oh, there's the Sword. But I'm going to take Coveted Jewel. This is an excellent Coveted Jewel deck. I just picked up Mana Vault. I have Black Lotus. I don't think Thopter Sword is going to wheel, so I'm not going to count on that. Passing Reprieve as well. I think the Soul Cauldron I'm going to move to the sideboard for the moment. But, I mean, our mana is also looking pretty good. We have 4 blue-white lands and 2 blue-green lands, plus, of course, Lotus does its own fixing. Yeah, I like where we're at. Ooh, I'm not even going to risk it not wheeling. I'm slamming Candelabra, because Candelabra with Academy is just great, and I have Trinket Mage to go get it. So, as much as I could be like, well, let's take Pentad Prism and try to wheel Candelabra, that's my impression of myself, oddly enough. Troll Aesthetic is too crafty. He's not going to wheel Candelabra after Academy. And even if he would, I would rather just take it. Oh, is it time? Are we in the double Cradle Academy build? We've got Retrofitter. We've got Asika's Chariot. Yes, Gaia's Cradle. Okay, we are really doing it now. Talisman, not even close. No. Teaming up Cradle and Academy is just the dream, and I never get to do it anymore. Oh, well, this deck is going places. I tell you that much. All right, and here, so I don't need Temple Garden, I don't think. Those are a dime a dozen. I could take Coalition Relic. Could take Crucible and try to wheel that Zern Orb with Exploration, but that's not even good. Like, you want fastball Zern Orb Exploration, or you just don't want to play Zern Orb at all. There's also Mystic Forge, which is pretty reasonable, especially if I get a top. Mystic Forge is like the highest payoff. I think that's good. Yeah, let's just take the high payoff card, and then here... Oh, I'm going to take Wasteland, because I don't want anyone wastelanding my great lands, and also I'll just play Wasteland, it's fine. Over Waterlogged Grove, Regrowth. Yeah, that seems okay. Oh, it's my terrible pack again. Maybe I just take Crop Rotation so I can go get Cradle or Academy when it suits me. Yeah, that seems fine. I don't care about passing a Knight of Autumn too much, and I don't think I'm going to play any of these cards. I'll pass a bunch of white cards. Okay. I mean, I like where I'm at. Also, I passed Ragavan, then didn't pass any other good red cards, so I like that. Oh, and Mishra's Workshop came back. Oh, this is the dream. Sorry, I like Mentor, I like Savannah, but Workshop, when you have like Coveted Jewel, Nettle Cyst, Chariot, Mystic Forge, like, this is where we got to be. Okay, well, this is kind of a dream deck heading into pack 3 here. I'm like a Mana Crypt away from really doing it. Hint, hint. But no, this deck isn't really missing anything. Obviously, it could use more artifacts. I'm hoping in pack 3 to pick up more artifacts. And it is short like a win condition. I mean, Mentor could have been that, but I can't pass Mishra's Workshop in this deck. So I'll find a win condition. Now I do wish I had taken Upheaval. Well, Trinket Mage is actually kind of the stone nuts in this deck, so I don't even know if that's true. It can get Lotus, Mana Vault, Retrofitter, or Candelabra. It gets 3 insane mana engines and a good mana sink. So yeah, I don't even know that I regret taking Trinket Mage over Upheaval, but Upheaval is the kind of card this deck would really like to see. I don't think I'm playing Tarmogoyf anymore, actually. This deck's looking too big time for that. Zern Orb came back. All right, I'm going to do it just because I'll regret it if I don't. I'm going to take the Thopter Foundry, and then Matt's going to hate the sword, but I'm not going to play Zern Orb anyway. Oh, he passed me the sword. I knew I would just be so mad if I didn't do it. Oh, Thopter Foundry Sword also goes nuts with both Academy and Cradle, by the way. All right, well, I'm like now getting ready to be disappointed. This deck is looking too good. I'll take Cobra. Rafine's been a recent add. We had it in an earlier version of the cube, and I did enjoy playing it. It doesn't fit into very many decks, but when it does, it can be pretty neat. So going into pack 3, we got lots of playables. All right, I'll take a Talisman. I'll just pass another artifact removal spell, whatever. Oh, this is truly ridiculous. I feel sorry for my opponents. All right, now I'm going to pass Fable, unfortunately, to Troll. I'm not really complaining. I'm saying Troll passed me no red cards in pack 2, so it seems like a decent chance both Troll and Updraft are red, which is good for our team. But yeah, we're taking Time Walk. Unfortunately, Regrowth is already gone, but we'll take Time Walk and I assume not really wheel anything. Oh, and there's Time Spiral, the perfect card for all this mana. Slamming that over Jace, Arcane Denial, Ancient Tomb, Atali, Animate Dead. I mean, that's a good one. And Chain Lightning, but this deck is popping. So currently we're playing 21 lands plus like Lotus Mana Vault. So we have even a few more spots. Mystic Forge is not looking playable right now. Like, unless I pick up Sensei's Top, I don't have enough artifacts to justify it, especially since I'm probably going to pick up some other good cards to play. But, oh man, we are really getting there on like everything. We've gotten Academy, Cradle, Workshop. So we got all the like turbo mana lands. We opened Time Walk and Lotus, got past Time Spiral. Now I just take Echo of Eons. I don't have the a way to discard it currently, but I can live with that. Over Memory Jar, I think Echo's a better card. Echo's really good. Now I'm probably just going to hate the Mind Twist. This deck's already looking so obscene that I don't even know that I would care if I play Titania, though actually Tireless Tracker looks absurd in this deck. I have Exploration and Time Walk, and putting clues into play pumps up the Academy. No, I'll just take Tireless Tracker. I'll pass the Mind Twist. It's fine. I don't think Mind Twist is the end-all be-all of cards anymore. Honestly, it's like on par with something like Lightning Bolt. I'd rather have Lightning Bolt than Mind Twist in most decks that could like or Black Red, for example. Like Thoughtseize is leagues better than Mind Twist. So yes, Mind Twist is good, and if the Tireless Tracker wasn't so good for the deck, I would pass it, hoping to wheel Mightstone, Weakstone to go with this Mishra's Workshop. But I'm not like that scared of passing a Mind Twist either. I mean, I like Sylvan Library, but I'd rather just take Chromatic Star, just take another artifact. Star over like Mindstone Talisman. Maybe I'll get back Haywire Might or something. That's fine with me too. Because currently we're still looking for a couple more playables. Again, not that I'm worried about getting enough playables, just trying to... We've got room, and that room wants to mostly be filled up with artifacts. So there's a Displacer Kitten. Currently I can blink Chariot for value. Trinket Mage is pretty good. But that's it. Oh, Coveted Jewel. Oh, and Mana Vault. Okay. I'm actually going to take Displacer Kitten. I always am like, well, maybe this would be a Displacer Kitten deck, and then I don't take it. Now I'm taking Displacer Kitten. I think this deck can hang with the Kitten. We'll see. I'll probably end up cutting it right at the very end. I don't love passing Thieving Skydiver and Prismari Command, but look, I'll make a lot of artifacts. You can do a lot of blowing up of artifacts. It's fine. In here, I mean, I just take Golos. It works really nicely with Mishra's Workshop and can go get all of my sick lands, so... Yeah, easy Golos. And now we're at like cutting a card or two territory. Maybe I side Dovin's Veto. And I think I do like Crop Rotation still. And Mystic Forge probably gets out. This pick 7, I'm hoping for one more fresh pack of action. Let's see if Updraft Elemental can hook me up here with... I don't even really know what I'm looking for, to be honest. Like, feels like I've gotten just about everything. I mean, yeah, sure. Like an 8th pick Tinker would be nice, but that's not going to happen. I guess I would just take any reasonable cheap artifact. Oh, or Sai. Sai is a good way to do it. Yep, Sai makes all the things work. And I think that's better than Sail into the West as an exchange. All right, so we didn't get Sensei's Top, so Mystic Forge isn't going to do it. I don't know if I actually want this Wasteland. It feels like I care about what I'm doing and don't really care about what they're doing. And this is 17 lands with like Lotus, Mana Vault as extra mana sources, and then Ponder, Chromatic Star as cantrips. I actually don't have that many cantrips, though I have Tireless Tracker. I wonder if I should cut something for another land, but I guess it would be like a Crop Rotation. I don't really want to cut Crop Rotation. I'm just going to hate the Necromancy. That's too late. Too much even for me. Likewise, I'm not going to play Citadel or anything, even with Lotus. I'm going to just hate the Itali. I don't really see a reason to pass that. Oh, Sentinel making map tokens is kind of nice. I don't think I'm going to play... I'm not going to play Zerda, and I'm not going to play Arboreal Grazer. Will I play Sentinel is the question. Because if I don't cut something for Sentinel... then I think I'll just cut the Urborg. No, Sentinel's at least a good sideboard card. Urborg's whatever. Oh, Mightstone, Weakstone came back for Displacer Kitten and Workshop. Yep. Oh, and now it's Haywire Might or Sylvan Library. Haywire Might, I think, is pretty good. Let's take the Haywire Might. And here, I guess I'll just hate the Bazaar. I don't think... Like, I'm not playing Thassa's Oracle at this point, so... Okay, well... Whew, this deck doesn't have any actual infinites, like, because I don't have Urza. Urza is what you need for, like, an actual Sword of the Meek Thopter infinite, but we can basically do that, because if you have Sword of the Thopter Foundry and Sword of the Meek, right, every 1 mana makes you a 1/1, but if you have Cradle or Academy, you basically double every turn, because you get twice as many 1/1s as the last turn, and then it taps for twice as much mana, so it's like, it goes off pretty fast, so I'm not really worried about killing them. Just got a couple cuts to make, and this deck is a monster. Let's get to deck building. All right, so this is 33, so let's how many lands do I want to play is kind of the question. So having Exploration and Draw 7s, Tireless Tracker, I kind of want to lean towards playing like 17 lands. I don't think I'm going to be able to play 18, but 17 should be a good. I guess this Taiga doesn't actually do anything for me. I don't think it does, because, oh, wait, no, I've got Golos. I actually have ways to generate black mana thanks to like Lotus Cobra and Chromatic Star, so I should keep the Taiga in, because it's just not really a drawback. I even have the Wasteland, actually. There really isn't a drawback. So here... Do I need a plains is kind of the question. 1, 2, 3, 4 white sources, 5 white sources with Chromatic Star. Because I'm just looking at this Thopter Foundry, which needs white or black mana to be cast, and I guess I even have the Coveted Jewel. Yeah, that seems fine. I just have the 1 white card, and then maybe I side in Dovin's Veto. Islands, let's see. Because if I play 17 lands, 11, 12, I can just play like 4 and 5. I'll probably one more forest even, because this will be 5, 6, 7 turn 1 green sources, and then an additional tap 1 plus a talisman, and then how many blue? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources plus Academy. And then I still have to cut 2 cards here. Let's take a look. Honestly, I might cut Crop Rotation. I think it will be good to get Academy, but like my deck is so good. This is one of the cards that can kind of go wrong. I also kind of want 1 more island, actually. I have a Ponder in there too, and a green talisman. All right. We can turn to an exploration. It's fine. And maybe I cut Lotus Cobra? Oh, with exploration and a fetch land, that seems like a bit of a stretch. All right, let's cut the Crop Rotation for now. I kind of feel like it would be good, but it also is really not necessary, and it's one of the cards that could lead to like a loss if you draw it and they counter it or something like that, or like you have a low resource game. Like after mulliganing, seeing a Crop Rotation is terrible. I mean, I guess I could cut a land. Maybe cut the island I just put in. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, that's a lot of blue. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's close. I don't want to cut Mightstone or Weakstone. I mean, it wouldn't be crazy to cut Lotus Cobra. It doesn't work for Academy. It's not good at the Workshop. But it does get white mana, which is nice. I think I don't really want to cut that. Let's see. I think I'm going to cut Haywire Might because Cheon is playing blue-black artifacts. He has like the Urza, Bolas's Citadel, Sensei's Top, stuff like that. So that makes playing the Haywire Might a little bit less important. All right, I think this is what I'm going to do. Ooh, let's get to it. Can't wait to play with this deck. All right, let's take a look at what the team's got brewing. This is Talisker on... Oh, Troll didn't take the memory lapse. Green with like 1, 2, 3, 4 turn 1 green Dorks plus Hex Drinker or Green Suns. Pest Infestation with Memory Lapse, Time Twister Sail, Leovold Shieldred. Yeah, a lot of lands. Oh, including that Urborg. That was a great pass by me. Yeah, this deck looks pretty sweet. A big Nissa too, splashing a little Caves of Chaos Adventure. So a nice blue-green kind of ramp deck. Sandy's on a pretty mid, according to him, kind of like black-white aggro deck, Splash Fracture Identity. It's got Karakas, Lotus Petal Mox Diamond. Yeah, this deck's okay. It's not crazy good, but it's a Palace Jailer. It's got Parallax Wave, a bunch of 1-drops, Stalactite Stalker to go with your Mox Diamond. Wow. And then Cheon over here is on blue-black artifacts, like I mentioned. So Urza, Force of Will, Upheaval, Grave Titan, Mana Ramp, him, Baleful Strix, Counterspell, Thoughtseize. He's going to play Triplicate Titan Flash as well, because I think with Demonic Tutor, you got to do that. All right, I like the way our team decks looks. We got 1 aggro deck and 3 kind of ramp combo decks, so we'll see what our matchups are like. Alrighty, time for round 1 against Troll. Let's do this. What do we got? I like it. Let's keep this hand. I think I'm just going to Ponder on turn 1 and go Lotus Sai Talisman on turn 2. But, because the alternative, I could go Lotus Trinket Mage, but what am I getting with that? I feel like I'm downgrading a Lotus into like a Mana Vault. Like, that doesn't sound very good. And Ponder to find some action could definitely change what I want to do. Plus, I can maybe shuffle with Trinket Mage. I don't know. We'll see. Let's Ponder. Celestial Colonnade Retrofitter. Oh, yeah. I do like that, actually. So let's go... I want this to be last. Let's not shuffle. And I think... I'm trying to think. So I've got Coveted Jewel coming up. And what I can do is go turn 2 Talisman, turn 3 Coveted Jewel, plus... Sai. I think I play the Lotus. I don't think there's that many worlds where I go Sai and then Lotus. And I really don't want to get my Lotus to rest here. So there we go. I mean, this is kind of annoying, but it's really not that bad. I'm glad I played the Lotus though. So if he's got the double grief on turn 1, that would be unfortunate. He exiled a cut down. I'm just looking to go Talisman. And then I'm drawing Retrofitter next turn. So actually, I might go Talisman and Retrofitter here. Oh, he doesn't have the comeback. Interesting, interesting. So let's go Talisman, Retrofitter, and just set it up for next turn getting to play a Coveted Jewel. Got a Xander's Lounge with his Oliphant. Okay. Lounge Go would be really nice here. All right. Draw. Coveted Jewel. The biggest risk with Coveted Jewel is some kind of haste thing off of like a Shallow Grave sort of deal, but let's see. I guess I could have held Retrofitter in hand in case I drew an untapped land, but oh, yeah, this seems pretty nice. Let's go Academy. I could play Psy. I could play Mightstone and Weakstone, but I guess I might want to use that to kill something. Right now I can Retrofitter. Oh, I could Retrofitter and play Mightstone and Weakstone. Hold on. I can Retrofitter, make a token. I'll have 1 mana left. Tap Academy. Yeah, I think I just pass here, and I can make 2 tokens. This way, even if he's got a hasty grief, he can't attack and get the jewel back. So let's go make Retrofitter. Tap this, untap the Retrofitter, and make another token. With Academy out, I just want to make as many tokens as possible. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Let's see. Let's go Tireless Tracker. And right now Academy taps for 5 mana. Yeah, so I can go Psy. Well, I guess I don't need to. First I'll play Colonnade. And then I'll tap this for 6 mana. Psy. Mightstone and Weakstone. Leaving green up in case I draw Exploration, I guess. Also, if I draw Cradle here, all right, let's draw 2 cards. Or Cradle, I meant Candelabra. All right, and now we'll just chill here. I guess it doesn't hurt to attack with these 2 famous last words. Let's just attack with these, and then I've got a bunch of blockers. Oh, we're getting Fire Covenanted. All right, let's. Oh wait, I have a Thopter from Psy. Yeah, let's just sack a Thopter token to make a 4/4, and I did 3 to the Tireless Tracker, of course. Yeah, I guess that'll do it. All right. That was really good and still like highly irrelevant. Like you're gonna need Matt's gonna need a lot more than just that. Chandra? Oh, Chandra killed the construct? Yeah, that's not gonna do it either. It's not even gonna be close. All right, let's crack the clue. Because now with a Displacer Kitten, if I draw any non-creature spell, I just win the game. Unfortunately, did not. Because Kitten and then blink the Coveted Jewel would just easily win. Let's go white, blue, animate Colonnade. Attack Chandra. There's no real point letting Chandra here, and then play a Lotus Cobra and then pass. And even if the Coveted Jewel got blown up, Displacer Kitten, Mightstone, and Weakstone would probably be enough to win. Even without all that, like Matt's still just going to lose to the board, the Retrofitter Foundry Academy anyway. So I would say we've got things pretty well under control here. Red-black mid-range can be good against Academy-style decks, but my draw has been kind of disgusting. All right, let's make a 1/1. Tap this for 5, untap, make a 1/1. All right, take my turn, And play this, make a white mana, I guess. Animate Colonnade. Colonnade's so good. Colonnade just gives me the opponent the business here. I think the cat's safer in my hand. There's no real reason to play it, I don't believe. And pass the turn. See what's up here. Pretty hard to get out of a retrofitter lock if you can't kill the retrofitter. All right, that is a dominant game one. All right, here we want the Agatha's Soul Cauldron for sure. What do we want to cut for that? What do we want to cut for that? Maybe Lotus Cobra, just because it just gets picked up in Fire Covenant, kind of feels like don't need to do that. Could also put in a Sentinel of the Nameless City. It's just a kind of gassy card. But I already have Crop Rotation out. That's the card I would have already wanted to cut in this matchup. When you're getting their hand disrupted or things blown up, Crop Rotation's not where it's at. Crop Rotation might come in against like another combo deck, because this just speeds you up at the cost of resources. I don't need that against a black-red deck. Do I want Wasteland? Maybe I can afford to go one less Forest, one more Wasteland on the draw without Lotus Cobra in my deck. Yeah, that seems fine too. All right, yeah, let's do it. Alrighty, game two. It's funny, I would not usually mulligan a Ponder Island hand, but this hand is pretty bad. It doesn't have any, it has all super expensive cards. I think we can do better. Yeah, this I'll keep. I'm on the draw. I'm going to put Displacer Kitten back, I think. I've got a really good 2-drop against him, and I've got a cycling 1-drop, so if I go turn 1 star and miss on turn 2, I can crack it. And if I miss again, I mean, I'm keeping a 1-lander on the double draw effectively with a 2-mana rock and a 2-mana hate card. I think I think it would be crazy to mulligan to 5, especially against like a Thoughtseize, grief type deck where if you mull to 5 and they just Thoughtseize you, you might never do anything. All right, speaking of mulling to 5, Matt did as well. Oh, the Dark Side of Gaia's Cradle. All right. If that was Academy, I'd be rolling, but it's a Cradle, unfortunately. What is that? Magda? Magda's pretty good. Oh, Mana Vault's actually pretty good, so let's tap this. Let's sack it for green. Draw a card. I'm going to go Tireless Tracker. Is it better to go Tireless Tracker, make a clue, or Retrofitter, make a dork? I guess I don't really want to block Magda, but I think locking in a clue is pretty good. And then tap this for 1, play Retrofitter. All right, if I draw Academy, this game is just incredibly over. I unfortunately think I will have to get hit by the Magda once here, because the Tireless Tracker not only fuels Gaia's Cradle, it goes over the top of Magda once it's cracked a clue. Obviously, Matt can kill my creature at this point. Yeah, he's going to Duretti it. That's fair. That's fair. It's going to sack the treasure. All right. All right. Tolarian Academy? Tolarian Academy. No, Spara's Headquarters okay. Unfortunately, I can't make a creature this turn, so I just have to go Candelabra, Spara's Headquarters, pass. Yeah, that was kind of... The tap land there was kind of brutal, because now I can't block the Magda. Actually, he's going to be able to do the same plan as last turn and Duretti the Retrofitter now. I assume he's going to. Oh, he's going to just got a bigger plan instead. Frantic Search. Okay. Could have floated an extra mana. Let's hope, let's see. Oh, we're getting Archoned? Uh-oh. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. All right, well, I guess I needed to draw a land at some point. I'll discard the Talisman. No reason to show him the Soul Cauldron here. The Soul Cauldron wouldn't have even done that much because he would have been able to kill it with Duretti before doing that. Oh, well, he's going to grief it anyway. All right, well, if I draw Academy here, I actually think I could be in the game. That's maybe the only card that can do it, but Academy, okay. Let's see. I don't think I'm likely to win, but I've got Retrofitter. I guess I don't get to use the Retrofitter too much because of the Duretti. But I can't... Oh man, the Archon actually really messes it up too. Was I supposed to just try to go off on my turn? I don't know. Let's go... Create a 1/1. Tap this for 5. untap it, pay 1. Okay, tap this, untap it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty sick. I just, needed to begin doing this a little earlier. And let's sack, hold on. I have 1 mana. Yeah, and I think I sack the servo. No, but then I won't be able to untap it to make a 4/4. Maybe I just make another 1/1 then. I'm at 11, taking 8 this turn. Yeah, that's fine. I'll sack the servo. Duretti is what really messed me up this game. Duretti Magda was just every turn, like getting shattered is one thing, but he like shattered the tireless tracker and then the retrofitter, like that was already pretty sick. All right, so I'm gonna have to float 2 mana because I need to crack this clue. Let this resolve. Let this resolve, sack the servo. Then sack the clue to draw a card. Like if I hit Time Spiral or something, I guess I'll just block the Archon. Actually, do I even have enough to cast Time Spiral now? 3, 4, 5. Actually, I do. I could win this game. If I hit Time Spiral, I actually think that I have a chance to win this game. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Academy into Time Spiral for the insane comeback? No, Asika's Chariot does not do it. All right. Whew, got worked pretty hard by Duretti into Archon there, but on the play in game 3. Okay, so I don't want like Necromancy. I do want the Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Don't think I want Haywire Might. I'm glad I didn't pass Troll the last pick Bazaar, or there's like Italia or Necromancy. I don't think I want Dovin's Veto against like Hand Disruption. It's kind of a narrow card, like he griefs and sees the veto, can just not do that. I think we're fine here. All right, I'm on the play. Let's do it. Any academies? No, it's no lander. Yeah, I guess I have to keep this hand. I need to draw. I'm putting Nettlesis back. I need to draw a Mishra's Workshop. That would actually be the card I want to draw the most here. I could turn to a Golos, thanks to Candelabra. I could turn to a Coveted Jewel. I also kind of feel like he's going to make me discard this Soul Cauldron before I get a chance to use it. Oh, man. Mulliganing against the Thoughtseize deck, though he's had to mulligan a bunch too, to be fair. But mulligan against a Thoughtseize deck is just so rough. All right. Mishra's Workshop? No, but that's a Lotus. That's a Lotus. All right. Let's just get basic Island here. Or I guess Tundra is the best. And I'm just going to play Golos and hope he doesn't kill it or counter it. I mean, he can't have Daze in his deck, so. Here, the funny thing is I actually do get Mishra's Workshop. Oh, is he considering Thought Scouring me? That'd be really funny to try to nail my Academy is what he's thinking. For me, I'm actually going to get Workshop because if I get Academy, it's no guarantee, especially if he kills Golos, that I can cast. He's going to cycle Oliphant probably. No, just Island Go. Could he have Spell Pierce? It kind of feels like it. I would actually not hate drawing a land here because now I can go Workshop, Candle, Workshop. Or tap 1. I guess I can't use that for a Coveted Jewel, and you can't Spell Pierce it. All right. And draw 3. Oh, Displacer Kitten's so close. Let's cast Soul Cauldron. Also, this is why I don't like Displacer Kitten, to be clear. It takes a lot to have it work. All right, because now I have the Kitten. I could have played it, but I couldn't play the Soul Cauldron afterwards. I'm not attacking when I have a Coveted Jewel in play. I don't know what he has, but if he just like hastes a Ragavan and steals the jewel, that'd be so stupid. It kind of feels like he had Spell Pierce because he hasn't really been in an opportunity to where he'd get to. I played Lotus on turn 2 with 2 lands up. Makes sense. You don't really want to pierce there. Then I played a creature. Then I drew a land, so I played Coveted Jewel with a mana up. And if he has a Cycler or Thought Scour, oh, he's got Mystical Tutor. That's what he's got. All right. Any non-creature spell, if the cat's in my hand and Jewel's in play, I get to go off. I also, because of this Taiga, actually, have Golos activation next turn. So he needs to kill Golos as well. He can't reanimate something with a Soul Cauldron sitting there. I like my spot. We'll have to see. Matt's a tricky one. We'll see what he can come up with. But I like where I'm at here. All right. Mystical Tutored for Bitter Triumph just to kill Golos. Yeah? All right. Any non-creature spell. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I'm going to Soul Cauldron the Bitter Triumph. No reason not to. That'll do it. That'll do it. So let's go Displacer Kitten. All right. Displacer Kitten. Let's see if you can do this thing. Nettle Cyst, blink the Coveted Jewel, and like that should end the game. You got to have something incredible to fade this. Each of my non-creature spells makes me 3 cards and 3 mana. I don't want to play my land yet. I guess I don't really care if he spell pierces an Esika's Chariot. I just want it on the record that I think he has spell pierce in hand. Oh, maybe not. All right, there's Sai and Sword of the Meek. Make 2 creatures. I'm actually going to be able to win the game this turn thanks to Time Walk. Plus, they're going to love to see that I have Time Walk. He can't even brain freeze me out. That would be like the main thing I'd be worried about here. But Time Walk's coming, don't worry. All right, Displacer Kitten. We are going deep. I have 17 cards left. Oh, there's my Academy. I also have Time Spiral if I need it. Let's go Trinket Mage. Into Retrofitter. Cast Mana Vault. Displacer Kitten, the Coveted Jewel. Okay, didn't draw Time Walk yet. Tap this for mana. I have 10 cards. I got to make sure not to get Thought Scoured out. So I won't be doing that. But I really do want to find this Time Walk before I cast this Time Spiral. 7 cards left. So I have effectively infinite mana. So let's see. If I blink Coveted Jewel, that'll put me to 4 cards left. So even if he Thought Scours me, it won't be, I won't get decked. And I have the Time Twister in my hand, so that part's not an issue. All right, there is, now I can ponder, and in response, I'll flicker the Esika's Chariot, I think. I don't really want to flicker to draw 3. All right, there we go. No, let's go Academy. Academy taps for 10 mana. And now I Candelabra the Academy, cast Time Walk. They're gonna be so mad. Blink the Candelabra. Time Walk resolves. Tap Academy. Cast Sai. Cast Tireless Tracker. Cast Time Spiral. And once again, blinking the Candelabra. And in response to that, untap Academy. All right, that was enough. Oh, I guess drawing my whole deck and taking infinite turns. Well, not infinite, but I would be able to Time Walk, Spiral, Time Walk, Echo, Time Walk, Flashback, Echo, Time Walk with literally infinite creatures in play, or just about. So there we go. Round one, and it was a doozy. Alrighty. We're going to be watching Paul play his round 1 here. Since they're in game 3. Ooh, nice. He has Stern Scolding for Danzant's Dark Confidant. Danzant has a sick deck here. He's got a Lurrus Companion deck with Mox Ruby and Sol Ring. So it's kind of funny where like Lurrus Companion decks don't actually use Sol Ring the best of all. But Lurrus loves Ruby and Sol Ring because it does cost 3 mana to get Lurrus and then still lets you play your cards very efficiently. But getting to counter that turn 1 Dark Confidant was critical. That gives Paul a much bigger chance. And Paul has like Counterspell in his deck. It looks like Baleful Strix here maybe. And, Pentad Prism for 2. Okay, we could be doing something big next turn. Let's see what Dan's got. I'm really glad Talisker has the Pest Infestation, by the way. It's the nuts against both me and Xi'an. So Here's Scrubland, and if we're just putting Lotus into hand, that's pretty nice. That's like a turn off. Okay. All right, this is time for something big here. Let's see what Paul's got to offer. He's got 6 mana, hasn't even played a land yet. And there's a lot of stuff he can slam. Plus, he could also easily have Counterspell. Though Dan does have Escape the Catacombs, so he's got a way to bring back Lurrus. One of the really cool things you can do in Lurrus companion decks is to use regrow, erase dead effects, or ways to get your creatures back in order to play Lurrus. They kill it, and then you get it back, and it's just Lurrus. Anytime Lurrus is in play, you're winning usually, or at least are doing very well for yourself. So it's pretty nice to be able to force them to deal with Lurrus and then bring it back and immediately play something. All right, well, let's see. Lurrus into Bob. I feel like Paul's setting up Upheaval, though. I feel like he doesn't care that much about this because now he's got 5, 6, 7, 10. Oh, no, he played his land first, so that's not the case. Is he just going to cast a Triplicate Titan? That's what it looks like, and maybe has Counterspell up. We'll see. Let's see. Bob revealed an Unearth. Yeah, that's a great one with Lurrus. Love the Unearth. Because Lurrus is just such a valuable game piece. But let's see what Dan has. I mean, if he doesn't have an exile-based removal to get rid of Triplicate Titan, it's going to be a problem. Hopefully we've got some good backup here. Let's see. If he has an instant speed way to kill it, okay, he has Damn. So he's going to kill the Triplicate Titan, make 3 3/3s, and then play Soul Ring. Wow. Yep. That's a good card. And let's see what the follow-up is here. Oh, we're raised deading the... This is Escape the Catacombs is probably what's hidden back there. Or from the Catacombs. Okay, I need Paul to have this Upheaval. Because Upheaval here gives him his... Well, actually, I guess it doesn't give him his Titan back. Because this says if it would leave the battlefield exiled instead of putting it anywhere else. So, sadly, he doesn't get that. But Upheaval would still be pretty sick here. Though, Soul Ring and Mox Ruby make it a little bit less impressive. Still, 6, 7, 8 mana. You could Upheaval with 2 floating. Play a land. Play Mind Stone. Or maybe just play Basalt Monolith. And I guess go from there. It's going to be kind of tough. Double power in a Lurrus deck is pretty good. Lurrus is good at letting you use your mana very efficiently. So I'm not surprised that that Dan went down that direction. Let's see what Paul has here. He needs something pretty good. At least the Titan doesn't make anything when it leaves. Memory Jar. Okay. All right. So Dan is still in the has the initiative. Oh, the other thing is if Paul does find Upheaval, which Jar really helps with. I really hope Dan doesn't have an answer. Then Paul can attack with everything, get the initiative, and then Upheaval while possessing the initiative, which is pretty nice. Ignoble Hierarch. Okay, that's not too bad, though. I guess Paul can't even attack with everything and get the initiative currently. It's kind of unfortunate because that Titan has Vigilance, so even if Paul just takes 12 here, next when he attacks with everything, the Triplicate Titan blocks the Flying Golem. I guess the Trample Golem is a little awkward. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Obviously, the Triplicate Titan's getting in there. It's getting its Exalted. And let's see what Paul's got. Okay, he's just going to chump here to save some damage. Really going to need Dan to not kill that Memory Jar. In fact, ideal would be like Dan just playing more random stuff because Upheaval will reset all of it, but we'll see what the play is here. Chain Lightning you down to 6. Okay. Paul could Chain Lightning back with Pentad Prism, but I don't think cares to do so. All right. I mean, if Dan has nothing else, he might want to sack the Silent Clearing. I don't know. He has Wrenn and 6. Oh. Wrenn and 6 is bad because now that critically puts Paul to 5, which means that Trap kills him with the Undercity. So that's going to be tough. All right. It's going to need Upheaval and something else here. Let's see if we can get there. What else could it be? I guess if he has a way to bounce or remove a creature. Oh, he's casting. Oh, he's untapping Basalt Monolith. Sure, yeah. That makes sense. Use one counter off the Prism to untap it. If he's got a way to remove a blocker, then he can attack, and if the Trample Golem doesn't get blocked by sufficient toughness, he could maybe take the initiative that way. But this is going to be tough. Oh, he's casting something first. Oh, he is casting the Upheaval first. Okay. So we're heaving with 5 mana floating. Dan might sack the Silent Clearing to draw a card. He might float all his mana. Oh, he's floating black, paying life to float black. I don't love that. I really don't, because that means he's got something to do with that mana. I wouldn't hate Paul's spot except for the initiative. The initiative is going to make it pretty hard. He's going to either need to gain a life or win the game this turn. I don't think his deck's really capable of doing that. Or make an attack this turn, which is also going to be challenging. So, okay, 5 mana left. Basalt Monolith, Pentad Prism, Mindstone, Memory Jar, and a bunch of lands in hand. Okay, here comes Baleful Strix. But I think Trap is just going to be too much. The Chain Lightning plus Wrenn and 6 for 4 additional points of damage was kind of a beat. And even though I think Paul doesn't have the worst setup post-upheaval here, he's going to play a Basalt Monolith. The Trap is ultimately going to get him, and we've got a uphill battle ahead of us. Taliscar's 0-2, Paul's 0-1, I'm 1-0. So we're 1-3, but I feel like pretty confident I'm going to get the next 2. We'll find out, and Trap will end the game and end match number 1. Dan does have double power, so that's always tough. All right, let's get to our next round. Alrighty, time for round 2. We are playing against Dan Zent on Lotus with Ruby and Sol Ring and a bunch of removal. So I tend to like this kind of deck against those things. All right, well, I like this hand. Let me think. Oh, Tolarian Academy, that's the card I want to find. I'm going to play a turn on Retrofitter, and I think I'm going to play Lotus and then pass. I don't think it really makes sense to play turn 2 Time Walk here. I'm assuming Dan's not doing anything super relevant turn 1. He's casting the Boseiju. So you just must need the mana for the Noble, because you wouldn't really want to play Boseiju against me here. Let's go Talisman into Candelabra. And next turn, I'm probably going to Time Walk here. I could have made a 1-1, but I feel like just getting all the stuff out of my hand is pretty good. Let's see what Dan has. If I find Academy, I'm going to win really quickly. If I find Cradle, I still think I'm going to be in pretty good shape. Sol Ring obviously is very good here. Let's see, Dark Confidant. Okay. Wow, I mean, it's pretty good. Turn 1 Hierarch, turn 2 Sol Ring, Dark Confidant, Evolved Sleeper is not bad either. All right, Academy. No, that's Trinket Mage. Interesting. Let's go. I kind of want to like cycle Spar's Headquarters, but I'm not sure. I've got Trinket Mage, which is probably going to get Mana Vault at this point. That doesn't really help me. I would get Sensei's Top. I guess I could play the Spar's Headquarters. I think I'm just going to play it. I've got a lot of things that take a lot of mana, so let's just do this. And Trinket Mage. And I think I still just get Mana Vault, but I don't think I want to play it. I think I just want to pass. Hope I don't get hand disrupted. I didn't see much hand disruption from Dan. Chain Lightning, sure, you can kill my Trinket Mage. I was kind of hoping to play Trinket Mage to stop those from attacking, but also, it's not crazy. If Bob attacks, I could Retrofitter Foundry, sacking Lotus, and block. Playing Spar's Headquarters sets up Time Walk plus use Retrofitter next turn, which I don't mind. And I'm kind of in the waiting room for a draw 7. If I can find a draw 7, I'll feel pretty good. Obviously, Academy or Cradle would let me go off pretty hard. Though, you kill the Retrofitter and even the Academy is actually not doing that much. But we'll see what Dan's got here. Whereas we got a Swamp. We have Chain Lightning in hand. Oh, we're attacking. I guess we're not attacking with Bob. We're just attacking with Evolved Sleeper. It's a 2/2. Yeah, that's fine. I will take 2. Maybe 3. It'd be a good sign if Dan actually pumped it into a 3/3. Because he's already got that option, and that means he doesn't have a better option. So when your opponent does a thing that they already know, you already know they can do, it's generally a good sign for you, or a better sign than them having something awesome in hand. All right, let's draw one of our lands that pop off. Can you do that? Cradle or Academy. Workshop, not actually the card I want here, though. It is funny that against Troll last round, I did Golos for Workshop just to guarantee, or come as close to guaranteeing the Coveted Jewel as possible. Oh, we're going to pump this again. I like that. All right, so now it's a 4/4 Death Touch. Sure, I'll take 4. Are you going to Chain Lightning my Trinket Mage? You're just going to put Lotus into your hand. You're just putting Lotus in hand. Oh, no, you're playing Goblin Crater Maker. No, and killing my Retrofitter. All right. Yeah, I don't think I want to sack Lotus into a 1/1. All right, well, Academy and Cradle are a little less exciting now. Workshop. I guess I'm going to cast Time Walk, hit with the Trinket Mage, take another turn, and hope to draw 7. I'm not even going to play the Mana Vault. Now that I have Mishra's Workshop, I can basically play it for free. And I want to, if I draw Psy, I'll want an artifact in hand. All right. Action. Oh, that's really depressing. I guess I'll play the Cradle and pass the turn. And he knows I've got Mana Vault in hand. Reveal the Forest. I mean, now if I draw any of my big spells, so if I draw Coveted Jewel, Echo of Eons, Time Spiral, like those go really hard. If I draw Displacer Kitten, I guess I don't really even have anything to Trinket Mage for. But I'll take another hit here. I don't think I want to block. Yeah, the Crater Maker, I would have gone so hard with the Retrofitter. I would have made a token, tapped this for 2 to untap it, made another token, Candelabra, tapped it for 3. Yeah, I would have been able to go pretty deep. And here we've got Witherbloom Command, killing Candelabra and draining me for 2. Sure. I mean, that's fine. I actually wouldn't hate it if Dan put Lurrus into his hand here, because then if I draw 7, it shuffles Lurrus away. All right. Draw 7 time. Time Spiral. No, Forest. I guess we're not literally dead. Let's just pass the turn. Because I can block. I can take 4. I mean, he's still got Chain Lightning in hand too. So you can Chain Lightning, attack for 7. Pump it once. Okay. I mean, if he's got a different removal spell, I am dead. So I don't have high hopes here, but obviously when I've got a bunch of draw 7s in my deck, I really shouldn't mulligan this hand or scoop this up. Though my opening hand was Retrofitter, Time Walk, Candelabra, Talisman, Lotus, 2 lands. So I guess I've drawn all lands so far. I drew a Trinket Mage and 4 lands so far. All right, yeah, that's a way to lose for sure. Oh, if he Chain Lightnings, I can Chain Lightning back. And he can't Chain Lightning back to me. Okay. He doesn't have enough red, so I guess I will Chain Lightning. I guess I'll Chain Lightning Dark Confidant. I can't Chain Lightning the Evolved Sleeper because he gets to pump it if I do. But killing the Dark Confidant seems fine to me. And then he's going to get to go Lurrus. Or is this looks... Yeah, this looks like Lurrus into Crater Maker maybe. And kill... Oh, no, he doesn't have any red mana left. I think he actually messed up there. Because it would have been much better to play Crater Maker than Bob. All right. Deathrite, sure. All right, I'll take 5. I'm at 4. Time Spiral time. I could win the game very easily with Time Spiral here. Chariot. No, Chariot won't do it. All right. Yeah. Yeah, no. I needed to draw the Chariot earlier. I guess Sentinel is something I kind of want. Oh, and I definitely want Agatha's Soul Cauldron. I don't want Lotus Cobra again. Do I want Wasteland? He's got a lot of colors in his deck. That kind of makes me want Wasteland. Maybe I'll take out an island instead of a forest because I'm burning in the Sentinel here. Yeah, and I need to cut one more. I might just cut Exploration. It feels like the way these games go, I don't really want to use a card on Exploration. I already have a lot of air in my deck, so maybe that'll be a mistake, but we'll try that. All right, time for game 2. I'm on the play, and let's see what we got. Lotus Time Walk in the opening hand is good, but, you know, I never drew a spell that I could convert mana into like anything. A Retrofitter was the closest, and once that got blown up, I was doing nothing. Oh man, that Wasteland was instead of an island. I think this hand's still fine. I need to draw a blue source, but I have a lot of blue sources in my deck, and Sentinel's pretty good. Ponder's good whenever I draw a blue sword. Means I have half a thing. Oh, I'm just going to slap a Wasteland down here. Oh. Okay, that doesn't do anything for me right now, but if I draw a Isika's Chariot, that would be a really nice little gift. Can I play my Wasteland? Is that acceptable? Feels like Magic Online is losing it. I can see my sideboard. Let's see. All right, there we go. And let's waste the Godless Shrine. They didn't, Dan had no turn 1 play. I don't have anything really good to do, so let's just take a turn off, and that gives me another turn where hopefully I can draw a blue. Blackleaf Cliffs, sure. All right. Blue, blue, blue. Oh, that is blue for sure. Let's actually go Mishra's Workshop, Sword of the Meek, because that's kind of like playing a land, given the Academy's coming down. And then next turn, I can play Sentinel, Crater Maker. I don't care too much about that right now. But if I draw any other artifact, oh, it can be sick. Okay, so now let's go. Yeah, because now I can play Academy, Displacer Kitten. Then I can go Ponder and Flicker the Mana Vault so I can play the Sentinel. And if I draw a Coveted Jewel, oh, no Coveted Jewel. I am going to shuffle. This hand is, well, how bad is this? So what I can do here is Ponder, draw the Trinket Mage, leave Tundra Forest on top, play Sentinel, use the map token, but I'm still settling. No, I think I can just shuffle and draw. Okay, that's definitely something. So let's go Sentinel, make a map token, and I think I'm gonna map the kitten so it doesn't die to the goblin, and then go Lotus, Displacer the Sentinel, make a map token. I don't think I want to sack this. Oh no, I actually do want to sack the Lotus because I'm going to map the kitten again. It revealed Tireless Tracker. No, I will keep Tireless Tracker on top, and then I'll equip Sword of the Meek to the Sentinel. I think that's fine. Kitten still dies to Chain Lightning, I guess, but I think that's okay. Next turn I can play Tracker. I mean, I don't. The kitten's fine here. It mostly gets me map tokens at the moment, but every time I play a non-creature making a map token, the map tokens find me good gassy things. And currently I've got an Academy that's tapping for 2 mana, but Tireless Tracker is going to help with that. I can also flicker Mana Vault with the kitten once I have more gas and need less help here. All right. Let's see. I also have 2 things that are threats in play, though I think he's more likely to kill the kitten. Yeah. Okay, and then on my turn, he can kill something with his Goblin Crater Maker, but he doesn't want to. He wants to block first. I guess it doesn't matter whether I attack first or not, or rather he can't. Attacking first gets me a map, which means my academy taps for more, so I think it's better to attack first than play tracker first. He can put me down mana if he uses Crater Maker, but I don't really have anything good to kill. This guy's Tireless Tracker. Play this. And then now he's going to Crater Maker the Tracker. Oh no, he didn't Crater Maker the Tracker. Interesting. I run out of mana here anyway. So I think I cracked the clue. He could have forced it by killing the tracker in response anyway, but that's fine. I'll draw Candelabra of Taunos. I didn't see much in the way of hand disruption, so I kind of feel like I should just pass, and I can't use the map token anyway. Maybe I should use the map because it's a turn delay. All right, well now I have infinite mana thanks to this Candelabra Academy, so at least until more artifacts get blown up, which at some point Dan could do. Oh, he's going to get back Godless Shrine? Sure, but he's already played a land this turn. Don't damn my thing. Oh, Hangerback Walker. Okay, that's totally fine. Let's not pay. Draw action. Not the worst. Let's attack first. Attack red and 6. Make another map. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack a map and then crack a star, or maybe crack another map. Like basically use maps to filter, so I can then give myself the biggest chance of drawing something good. And then now I'm going to candle before I start sacking these. And I think it's worth candling the workshop. Oops. Candle is like somehow a really hard card to use. Like logistics wise. All right. X equals 2. How did that not untap my land? I don't know. Whatever. That's annoying. I should have way more mana here. All right, let's use the map token again. I don't really, after saying that, I was just like, yep, and then it happened. All right, let's add a blue. All right, well, I actually still can cast all of this stuff, which is nice. I should have way more mana, but that's okay. Let's draw 2 cards. Okay, well, it actually worked out mostly okay. Though I don't even know, I guess I did it for 0 is what I did. Then I just, since I can't cast Trinket Mage anyway, let's just play the Colonnade, pass the turn. So I don't have any card draw lined up, but I have a Trinket Mage that can go get a Retrofitter Foundry, which is just going to go absolutely bananas this turn. Because I can Trinket Mage, cast Retrofitter, and then this time I'll use Candelabra correctly, and just go completely off with Retrofitter. Even if he kills it, he's got like one turn window should be pretty good, and 2 turns is just going to end it. I could also draw a Thopter Foundry now that I have this sword. Let's see what Dan's got for 5 mana here. Maybe he has From the Catacombs, and what is that? He just +1'd it. Okay. And he's going to steal a creature out of the graveyard. If he's putting Lotus into hand, I feel really good about this. This Sentinel has been incredible. I think it's made like 4 map tokens because it got blinked twice, came into play, and it's attacked twice, made 5 map tokens. Yeah, that's an awesome card right there. And next turn, you're probably not going to attack. I think you want to chump. All right, let's not pay. Draw. Oh baby. Let's start by attacking. I will attack Ren 6 and see what's up here. Attack Ren 6. I love how, as I was saying Candelabra was difficult to use, I managed to beef the Candelabra so I couldn't use it. Just really, really impressive stuff. Next turn he's going to get to go Luris, Crater Maker, and with a land use it, which I assume he's probably got the land. But not too worried about that. All right, so let's start with Isika's Chariot. I don't want to use the map token until after I cast Trinket Mage, because if I have a good spell on top, I don't want to shuffle it away. I guess I can play my land here, since at this point I'm not drawing a card, so there's no risk of me drawing Cradle. Let's go Misty, get Tundra, and then Trinket Mage, and get Retrofitter. And currently, how many artifacts do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost 7 artifacts. All right. That is some action right there. Retrofitter. Tap this, play Retrofitter. Tap this, Candelabra, Tolarian Academy. All right. I think I successfully untapped my Academy. Oh, thank God. And then map token, I guess the Trinket Mage. Wait, hold on. Let's make a 1/1. I'm trying to decide if I want to tap. I guess I don't know if I want to, because of Dam, I actually don't want to go too deep right this instant. So I'm just going to use the mana floating. And I guess I'm not even going to tap Academy here. Come on, Dan. If you got removal, you would have used it by now. I mean, maybe you have a removal spell for the Foundry and you're trying to decide when to use it. I guess that does make sense. There's nothing else that you'd want to kill here. Also, at this point, I have a couple draw 7s in my deck that are just game over if I ever draw them. Time Walk also with all the stuff in play is certainly going to be enough. It's not even clear that Dan can beat what's currently on the board. Let's map the Trinket Mage. No, I'll keep Time Walk on top. And then I'll sack the Servo to make a 1/1. And then I'll pass. And I can tap Academy for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Cathar Commando. Sure. Fine with me. Okay, so you get to blow up Retrofitter, but I get to make some stuff still. You have Ren and 6, and then next turn I'm drawing Time Walk, and I have Celestial Colonnade as well. So I think Sentinel plus all the cats plus the Chariot plus Colonnade is going to be good, even without this Retrofitter, and the Retrofitter is still going to do something. All right, tap this, untap this. Sack a Thopter to make a 4/4. And then I guess there's nothing else to do with it, so all right, sure. I could untap it, but it wouldn't really accomplish anything. And this is enough action that I'm going to be able to attack for lethal. I mean, I think I might have a lethal just... As things currently stand, I have lethal without the Time Walk. The Time Walk will make things even easier. So I think we're going to game 3 here in just a second. Once Dan kind of does the math. He could have Dam. If he goes Dam, wipes my board, then yeah, that is pretty unfortunate. But we'll see. He's just passing to empty my mana pool. That's fine. Yeah, Dam would be good. Then I would Time Walk. I would still have tons of mana, so I'd be able to Colonnade, attack, Time Walk, Colonnade, attack, and then just put him dead to Colonnade while also getting my Time Walk draw. So outs to do something there. Actually, I could attack for 5 with the Sword of the Meek if I wanted to. I think I should have enough mana for that. Yeah, I think fairly easily. All right. Ren and 6 up to 6. All right, Dam is not coming. That's a Deathrite Shaman. That is not killing all my creatures. Pass the turn. I figure I might as well pay for Mana Vault. There's no real reason not to. Land. Animate Colonnade. Cast Time Walk. Yeah, I'm really not sure what's up here. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so going to game 3. Exploration. Dovin's Veto. He's got so many creatures is kind of the problem, but he does have a lot of spells. I wonder if Dovin's Veto is any good. Can stop Dam from the Catacombs. Yeah, it doesn't stop Cathar Commando or Goblet. Like, he's got a bunch of creatures that sack to kill artifacts, which is really unfortunate. I don't think I want Finale. I don't think I want Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf's not honestly crazy, but I don't think I want it. I think Soul Cauldron is decent. Maybe I just go down a land on the draw. I feel like I have a lot of lands in my deck. All right, let's hope this Dovin's Veto doesn't get me. On the draw here, let's see what we got. Dan's got Luris Companion. He's ready to roll. And I've got, hopefully, Tolarian Academy is, I think, the card I want most in my opening hand. Not even Time Walk. I think it's actually Tolarian Academy. Though it could be Black Lotus. Maybe Black Lotus is just the best card to have in my opening hand. What do we got here? What do we got here? All right. I'm in for this. I need to draw a blue source, but this hand does some stuff if I do. Turn 1 Silent Clearing. Man, he's got to have Soul Ring then. No, he's Deathrite Shaman. Interesting. No, he's got Ruby. Okay, he sees a Thopter Foundry. That's actually like an awkward one to show him too, but whatever. What can you do? All right, any Tolarian Academies? I feel like that would be a nice pickup here. If I draw Lotus, things could actually get kind of wild. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Huh. All right, let's cast Mana Vault and then pass. And then really need to draw lands at some point here, but I swear to God, if I draw Dovin's Veto, I'm going to lose my mind. But I get to go Tracker, play a Cradle, draw a card if I want. Okay, put Luris into hand. That's not the strongest turn 2 in the world. It really isn't. All right. Action. Actually, land is more accurate. Academy. Now I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm going to go Tireless Tracker, land, make my clue. I don't have to sack the clue yet. I can play Soul Cauldron. Forest was obviously not the land of choice, but the reason I wanted to play the Soul Cauldron here is so he doesn't go Luris, replay Urza's Bauble, which is clearly his plan of action. Though his lands look a little awkward. Clearly the only black source he had was Silent Clearing, though he must have drawn Forest afterwards. There's a Maria, the Shattered Sky Clave. Is he going to play a Luris now? Okay. If that's the case, I don't really mind. All right, eat the Urza's Bauble. Okay, so you just have a Luris in play? That's not too bad. No, Chain Lightning? Oh, Dismember. All right. So now it's time to draw a blue source, and then I've got, I think, a pretty good shot. Let's do it. Yeah. All right. Academy time? Academy. No, Asika's Chariot will be good if I draw a land to cast it. This is unfortunate. I mean, I was on the draw, and I cracked a clue, and it's like turn 5. Like, I don't know. That's just going to happen some amount of the time. If I do draw a land, though, I get to go Fast and Furious. I get to go maybe Trinket Mage, Lotus, Asika's Chariot, or something along those lines. Dan doesn't have too much going on. Nothing to get back with Luris. He is attacking for 4 here, but any land lets me Chariot, and any blue land lets me Trinket Mage into Chariot if I want to do that. Basically, do I want to take Lotus out of my deck to make Trinket Mage into a Memnite? Oh, we played the Indatha Triumph. Interesting. But didn't cycle it, but also had Soul Ring. Has 2 cards in hand. End of turn. Do I want a Soul Cauldron, the Tireless Tracker? Not really. I think I'll just wait. All right, here we go. Let's see. Classic. Yeah, play Candelabra and my kingdom for a blue source. If I draw a blue source, I win. Well, no. If I draw a blue source, I get to play. I think I'm winning because he's not doing that much, but without a blue source, it's just going to be very difficult. I don't think I care about him gaining 2 life. So if he wants to exile my tireless tracker, I don't want to lose 2 life though. That I don't want to do. So I will exile this now. The thing is, if he's got Cathar Commando, he can already get around the Cauldron anyway. So he can sack it to kill the Cauldron. I exile it and he casts it in response with Lotus because he can cast it on his turn as an instant. But all right, time for something big. Oh, from the Catacombs, sure, yeah. That's fair. I still need a blue. Using the Cauldron there definitely did. Maybe I'm just supposed to end of turn use Cauldron. I don't know. Certainly didn't work out great, though. Without a blue here, I'm in trouble anyway. The problem is if I use Cauldron on the tireless tracker, he exiles the Dismember and I lose 2 life. That's pretty bad for me still. But obviously now we're getting to the point where I need like literally Tolarian Academy to give myself a good shot. And he's just going to exile from the Catacombs now, sure. Yeah, I'm pretty dead here. Okay. Yeah, well, I wasn't doing anything. Well, 1-1. Let's try to get round 3. All right, not looking good. This hand, I think I am going to mulligan. Playing against aggro, this hand just seems too slow. All right, this hand I'm in for. Disappointing loss there. I would keep that hand again, and I don't know, just didn't work out. I think here, I can't put back any of the lands. I don't think it makes sense to put back Talisman. I could go turn 1 Sparas, turn 2 Forest. Oh, I can't even play Thopter. Let's get the Thopter Foundry out of here. At some point, maybe we'll try to reassemble the combo, but I think it's better to just, like, Psy Nettle Cyst is already a pretty good combo. Ooh, turn 1 Spars Headquarters, turn 2 Talisman Chromatic Star? I'm not sure if I actually want to play the Chromatic Star or if I think I'm going to play Psy. But I don't have an untapped land. I mean, I'm definitely playing the Talisman here. I think what I might do is go Nettle Cyst Celestial Colonnade next turn, and then Psy Chromatic Star the turn after, something along those lines. Oh, Max stuck on lands. Oh, that's going to be good at some point. Let's go Nettle Cyst. Probably get this thing killed in some form or fashion. Celestial Colonnade, go. Yeah, Unholy Heat kills that. And then next turn, we can either play Golos or Psy. Actually, Psy Chromatic Star. Well, I guess Mac's gonna Spellbinder us. He found his 3rd land, which, you know, getting that 1 turn off is massive, of course. He can stop me from playing Golos next turn, or he can stop me from doing the Psy. He can't even really stop me from Psy Chromatic Star, because I can play Academy, cast Psy for 5 mana, then cast Chromatic Star. So yeah, I take Psy. I could also Golos. I don't think he's going to do any hand disruptions. Let's go Golos here. And I think here I get Gaia's Cradle. And then next turn I've got, with this Chromatic Star, I actually have green, blue, white, red. I could actually use the Golos' ability. All right, I'm going to hit down to 20. And let's see, a Tundra is not ideal, but we'll be okay here. We'll just do this. Psy for 1,000,000 mana. Academy. Tap this for 1, because the Cradle taps for the Academy. Oh, I guess Cradle and Academy are actually about even. Oh, it's getting swords. Still, I guess leaving Academy back was better. Tap for 4. Let's just equip the Nettle Cyst on the flyer. I don't need to crack the star. I can crack the star next turn. Yes, I have extra mana floating. I get it, Magic Online. Dungeoneer, okay. Nettlecyst doing work here. Traded for Unholy Heat and now is buffing this Thopter token. Beaumont Courier, that doesn't do much. All right. Oh, protection from creatures because that's a cleric. That's sick. All right, Dungeoneer is a good card. All right, time for some big action. Oh, I guess I knew I was drawing Golos. 4. Let's add blue. Now it's time to crack the star. There's the Thopter Foundry, which doesn't do a ton for me immediately. Here, I guess I don't get black mana from anywhere. Let's just get the Mishra's Workshop, I think. Land, and I think I animate Colonnade. Blue. I don't really have a way to cast Thopter Foundry afterwards, I don't think, unfortunately. I'm at 18. I mean, this does a lot of damage. I'm hitting for 9 here. Taking the initiative. Just take an island, I guess. And then I could move the Nettlecyst, but I don't actually think I want to. Golos is big enough right here, and I don't want the Thopter to be exposed to like a 1 damage effect or something. So he's kind of got to leave Elite Spellbinder back here, would be my guess, because if he doesn't, I mean, I hit for 9. I mean, he's going to have the initiative, but any artifact could make it 10 damage. He could also cash in his hand with the Beaumont if he really wanted to, but I don't think that's super likely. Let's see. He's definitely attacking with the Seasoned Dungeoneer. Oh, both. Okay. And then the Dungeoneer gets unblockable, so he must have something. Right. Revealed Chrome Mox. Yeah, I clearly don't want that. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm at 11. You get the initiative back. I guess that's lethal with the Dungeoneer, except I have Thopter Foundry, which is actually going to do some work. I can sack the Talisman. I could sack the Nettlecyst. I could sack the Thopter if I wanted to. And we'll see. Lotus isn't really... it's a Thopter mostly. Blue, white. Actually, let's play Lotus. Oh, I can Golos with Lotus. Hold on. How crazy is that? That actually seems like it'd probably be pretty good. Let's cast the Thopter Foundry. I think I have to sack it for black. Yeah, let's cast Thopter Foundry. Let's animate Colonnade. And no, actually, hold on. I think I just Golos instead, and I don't think the Colonnade plan is going to work anyway. I'm trying to think. What's the best way to do this? I think I'm just going to Golos. So I think white, blue, green, red, black, Golos paying 2. I guess I can't really... I'll leave 1 blue floating. Why not? All right, let's just Golos here. I can't Golos again, probably, because I don't have red. Oh, Candelabra and Echo Vions. Okay, I don't mind that. Let's go with Candelabra. Let's just cast Echo Vions for no mana. All right. Yeah, this looks great. Because now I have millions of mana. I'm going to get to draw a whole fresh 7. Oh, this has to be enough. Let's go Displacer Kitten. I'm using a green there, sure. And then Candelabra Academy is going to be enough to take this thing down. Chromatic Star. Displacer can target Candelabra. Candelabra, those 2 lands. 2 lands. Paying 2. Oh, I guess I could have untapped the Colonnade for free too. Unholy Heat, the Displacer Kitten. Okay, we got our one one use out of it. And if you have more removal, now is not a terrible time to use it. A braid targeting the candelabra. Okay, I guess I will sack the candelabra to make a 1/1 and gain a life. Those two on tap. This flickers nothing. And then I get to play the Chromatic Star resolves. And then I get to cast a giant time spiral, I think is what's going to happen. Hold on, let's cast. What's going on here? All right, tap Mishra's Workshop, because I think I want to time spiral, but first I'll start using Workshop mana. I guess I could have used Workshop mana for this star, but you know, what can you do? Okay, and lagging a little bit here. All right, yeah, we'll use the artifact mana to play the mana vault. And then tap these, and then cast 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've got enough left. Still floating that one black because that is going to make it easier to Golos again here, which I will be able to do if I want to now that I have this Chromatic Star. Untap these lands. What's going on here? Oh, it's just lagging again. All right. My Magic Online crashed, but Max scooped because he was just completely dead that game. We are on the draw, and I actually think I will keep this. The Ponder goes a long way here. So I feel like an Emerald to 6. Ooh, Exploration is actually going to do something. Nice. Turn 1 land, Exploration, and this seems like a fine place to ponder. I mean, kind of hard to say no to Lotus Mana Vault. Guess I won't. And I guess I'll just pass. I think getting the Lotus blown up is way more likely than... The downside here is if Mac has turn 2 Thalia, not playing the Lotus can hurt, but there's a lot of things that blow up the Lotus. I don't really want to play it if I'm not going to use it. All right, my top card is a Lotus Cobra. I'll sack this for green, and I'll cast Mightstone and Weakstone. Hope I don't get reprieved. Nice. Draw 2. Guess it had to be the draw 2. Cobra. Land. I'm going to have every card in my hand in play this turn. Talisman. Candelabra. Chromatic Star. No Sai, unfortunately. All right, well, that's a pretty good turn too, I will say. Now we're just in the draw 7 or Academy waiting room. Oh, I will block that Beaumont Courier. This Cobra doesn't do anything for me. And then upkeep, I'm actually going to untap the Mana Vault. Using Mightstone and Weakstone to untap Mana Vault is just really good value. There's Echo of Eons. Untapping the Mana Vault actually was good there. Well, I guess with Candelabra that's not true because Candelabra also makes up for it. Let's just... Here, hold on. Let's... Oh, I have a Candelabra out, so I can just sack this and make blue. All right, land, Academy. Oh, I would say I'm sorry, Mac, but I'm absolutely not. Let's go Echo of Eons here. And then I've already played one land, but what about a second breakfast? Let's go Candelabra, untap Academy, pay 1. Tap this for mana, and I could time spiral this turn. Is that good? I could. Time spiraling is better than echoing because I can actually just go get the echo back in my deck. I'm just seeing if I can cast anything else first. I could also, he hasn't played much. I could also just go, maybe I just set up for next turn. Golos, get Gaia's Cradle, and then I guess play Sword of the Meek and pass. That was my turn 3, by the way. This deck is awesome. And then, sure, you could make my time spiral cost like 10 more, and I'd still be able to cast it, I think. And then tap land. He's probably going to pay the life in case. Draw 7. No, he's going to do that. All right, now I'm not going to bother untapping it. And yeah, now I can go Displacer Kitten. Land. I'm not even going to... I guess I should have played the Cobra first. Sure, whatever. Cobra. tap this, Candelabra for 4, and then go Psi and Time Spiral. 7, 8, 9, and Time Spiral. Mac is letting me play with my food here, and then now I'll flicker the Candelabra, I guess, because I'm about to draw 7 new cards, and whoop. Oh yeah, we never got to actually Thopter Sword anyone, but that's okay. Time Walk. Untap the Mana Vault. I don't even really need the extra cards. Thopter Foundry. Using a white. Tap Candelabra. I actually don't know how much mana I could make here. I could even let Psi resolve. I know that. But it's like just about infinite here is my guess. And then this flickers, this untaps. Lotus, and I think we get the idea. This is let's see. Let's tap the Candelabra, and yeah, that'll do it. That was a turn 4. That was pretty nice with an extra turn lined up. I want to take a look at this deck, and oh yeah, I had to restart Magic Online when it crashed. This deck was pretty incredible. All right, so this deck, I mean, first, the obvious, it had Lotus, Time Walk, and even Mana Vault. So just 3 pieces of power, 2.5 pieces of power. This is quite a bit worse than the rest of the power. So 2 pieces of power, but like 2 of the top 3. In fact, I think the top 2 plus Mana Vault. And then, of course, Cradle, Academy, and Workshop that I can untap with Candelabra. And I have tons of artifacts naturally for Academy, Thopter Sword plus Psi plus Asika's Chariot for tokens for both Academy and Cradle, and then the Mishra's Workshop powering out Coveted Jewel, Mightstone, Weakstone, Golos, 2 draw 7s, including the best one for this deck by far, Time Spiral, Retrofitter Foundry, the Thopter combo. Like, this deck was just unbelievable. I got pretty unlucky to lose to Dan. I mean, his deck was really good too, but I still think I was like probably a pretty substantial favorite in the match just because of how good this deck is. That said, we went 2-1, and unfortunately, my team got a total of, drum roll please, 2 match wins in the draft. They were me. So even if I had gone 3-0, this draft wouldn't have worked, but that's okay. We got to draft Cradle, Academy, Time Walk, Lotus. I have no complaints about it. This was, in my opinion, a successful draft because you don't get to do that this often, and it was really fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I can't promise a more busted deck tomorrow, but I can go for some more wins tomorrow. Why not? As always, I appreciate you watching me try to assemble these Frankenstein machines or what have you of a Retrofitter, Foundry, Candelabra, Academy. Just so fun. I will be back tomorrow with another draft as promised, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.